backcountry wild. He's a man with a backcountry style, searching for treasure yet untold, up and down the creeks for his gold. And it's mine or bust, mine or bust, mine or bust, because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does. Just like the gold rushers of old, who live and died for their gold, with picks, packs, shovels, rifles in hand, up and down the creeks of the backcountry land. It's mine or bust, mine or bust, mine or bust, because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does.
Oh, there. It's a nice cool fall evening. Leaves are just about dropped. It's getting a lot colder at night. And we're at the end of the season here now. Well, we got a good section of the old river exposed. Sitting on a compact sand and clay, false bedrock here. Yeah, I loosened a bunch of it off here. Big boulder right in here. Clean out underneath here and we'll take some buckets back, pan them out and see what we got. I already pulled a few colors out of here, so we know there's gold in here. But we'll try to get a good sample off the bottom in the false bedrock zone. Yeah, it seems like I'll never get away from shoveling. But the sampling's got to be done. And do all this damage not to get a sample out of here. Yeah, we cut down to the false bedrock. Left this bank here on a slope, so then a guy could carve in a couple feet and get a true sample from this section on the bottom. If I pull samples from in behind me, generally you get a mix from up top and the sides, a little bit of everything. But yeah, this way we'll be able to get a true sample of this river structure here. And there's lots of nice little depressions right below the big boulder in the hill here. So we'll follow this in. We'll keep pulling samples out of here, and there should be a picker or two in there. Definitely looks good. Well, good morning. Just Got the coffee made here. Got the excavator warming up. It was a cold one last night. Yeah, it was a little chilly, that's for sure. Yeah, the sun's out. Nice clear blue sky. Nice fall day. We're gonna head up to the top end of this claim just ahead of the canyon. We got to bust a trail in there. It's gonna be a little bit rough going, but figure we'll go into the very head end, the furthest place a guy could mine in this section. We'll open up a big hole, and I should have hopefully enough length of hose so a guy can make a stockpile there and run the high banker, get a little bulk sample. Gotta cut a trail up through the side of this hill here to avoid all these trees here. Just gonna up and around. I'm getting somewhere now. First part is dealing with all the windfall, trying to get them out of the way. Got a whole river underneath the road as well by the looks of it. Very front end. Canyon's just up ahead. I suppose as far as we can go for mineable material. Yeah, we got our trail in to our next site here, right where the old gold rushers left off. Yeah, me and Brutus gonna head back to camp. We'll have a little snack, coffee break. Got cuts all along this face, finding an old river with gold. Runs up through here. Deep channel underneath here. High and dry one along the side here. Yeah, this is the trail we just put in today. Yeah, that guy can do a lot of destruction in a day. Yeah, here's the new site. Just pushed the overburden into where the old timers left off. Yeah, this is at the very head end. See all the river material already. Yeah, let's slash a trail down. Put in the pump and the hoses. Gotta be able to run the high banker in here pretty easy. Yeah, there's a old camp over here. They got cuts and trenches and holes all over. They're doing the same thing that I'm doing, prospecting. There seems to be a deeper channel under here and a higher, drier channel up over here, skirting this hill. Yeah, you can see all their tailing piles. They carved a pretty deep trench right in the face here and along that face of the hill. They got tailing piles going all the way up to the front of the canyon, around the corner here. Yeah, I imagine they found some pretty decent gold. They're stacking huge piles of boulders like this. Yeah, we'll get down to where they left off and see what kind of gold sits underneath here. There's one thing I know about being a gold prospector or a gold miner. There's never a shortage of work. You go from sun up to sundown. Yeah, always work. Yeah, guy, get in pretty good shape out here in the woods. Lot better than a gym. All that fresh air and good scenery. I'm down to my last belt loop. Pants are starting to hang like them punks downtown. Yeah, we get our wood here split. Get a nice fire for the rest of the night. Just enjoy what's left of the evening. Yeah, now things are getting a little colder. Pays to have a good firewood store. Not only to let the animals know you're in the area, but on a chilly night out here, it's nice to have a good campfire, watch the stars. Yeah, I don't know what happened with old Joshua this year. Seems like every year it gets harder and harder to boss that guy around. It used to be so easy. You just point him in a direction and tell him what you wanted done. Told him this year if he wanted a fire, he needed to get some firewood. And eventually it ended up into a little bit of a battle. So needless to say, we didn't have very many fires this summer out here. Yeah, now that it's colder out, It's just me and Brutus out here. We have a different plan. Uh-oh. Last cup. That's never good. Sun's just touching the mountains. Well, I guess I'll be drinking water the rest of the night. Well, we got our trail all carved in to the foot of the canyon here. Seeing the landscape, the V there, the canyon's up just above us here. It's cut down well over 100 feet. And basically you should have remnants of old canyon, or at least a really good low pressure zone shooting out of this canyon down into these flats. So you want to be a prospector, eh? Yeah, think of a lot of easier ways to make a living. Not as fun though. Yeah, kind of the fun part. To it. Well, managed to get down into some pay gravel. Pretty rocky material. Yeah, we're not quite on the bottom yet. Probably another 4 feet. We're going to take a sample from the mid here. Basically where that gravel seemed to have changed a bit from there down. A little bit of mix. Yeah, high banker all set up. We got a pile there ready to run. Just gotta hike the pumping gas down to the river there and flash this high banker up. See what kind of colors in the midsection of this old channel. See, it's just where they left off. I turned all this over. They're working their way this way. So I'm back enough of a buffer zone around here to a virgin channel. Well, we're going to shut down and do a cleanup. I ran quite a bit of material through there. Probably close to half a yard maybe. See a bit of gold in the top. But it's getting late. The clouds are moving in, so get this high banker busted down and clean it up. Take it back to camp and see what we got. Well, we just panned down the concentrate. It's a sample from basically top to middle of the old channel. It's showing about what I would expect. Usually you'll get your finer gold, your flatter flake. Well, there's quite a bit of it in there, considering we're not even close to the bottom yet. Yeah, I've been prospecting for a lot of years. Had lots of different claims, and if I didn't like what I was seeing, I'd just let them go. And basically what I'm left with is a group of claims that I figure have a good chance at a small scale mining operation. Yeah, this season sampling went pretty good. Did about 4 years of prospecting in a short time with that little machine. Yeah, some of my favorite times, just sitting out here by the fire, staring off into the dark, looking at the stars, thinking about the prospecting that was done. Yeah, no matter what you're thinking about, nothing beats sitting by a little river out in the woods by a fire. Definitely think of worse places to be. Well, there's about as far as I'm going to be able to go safely on this site anyway. It's really tight, lots of steep little ledges in here. So we've got quite a pay pile here. Should be on the bottom or fairly close. It's hard to tell if the hole keeps sloughing in like that. Looked like decent material as I was bringing it up. Quite a pile to wash through the high banker. We're going to take this. It's getting too tight in here. So we're going to fill this back in, level this up, leave this pay pile here. I'm going to clean this side out of here. I'm going to poke a little hole into this layer and through here. I'll make a small pile probably as well of that. Season ends here. We'll get as many samples as we can. Yeah, let's get back in the machine and get filling this hole back in. Let's dig a small hole up against this hillside. Interesting layers in here. Worthwhile taking a peek. Small sample pile. It's definitely an interesting looking formation. By the looks of it, up against the hill here, got slide material intermixed with river material, flood material. It's definitely got a nice red richness to it. So it's probably definitely a low pressure zone at one time. If the gold moved in here is another question. We have lots of black sand in an area, but the gold will be a little further off one way or the other. I just managed to start hitting a few larger rock. But what we're looking at down here, this is an old gravel bar. And, there's always good gold around a gravel bar. It all depends on how the water flow was and the structure as where to a heavy gold run will be. And you know there's a low pressure zone around here somewhere. Yeah, I'm satisfied now as to this layering. I know there's a big old gravel bar here and there's going to be some nice gold underneath it. There should be a good run. So yeah, we'll clean this site up and clean up on a couple other sites. We're going to shut down on using the machine for this season. We're going to wash that pay pile over there for the rest of the season to get a good sample out of this area. Just clean up camp and call her quits for the season and put in a mining plan for this area next year. Well, we got the high banker all set up, ready to run the last sample of the season. This is sample hole 10. This stuff's pretty much mid towards the bottom. I might have tagged the bottom. I think it was just one boulder layer above it. It was a little too steep and tight in here to be going much deeper without making a bigger footprint in here. But what matters is we got our sample. Now we just got to hike down into the canyon here and flush up that pump and start washing some gravel. think that's enough for today. It's getting dark out. It's been lightly raining all day. Well, at least nice and cool for working. Yeah, I ran probably half or better of that pile. Get a fire going and enjoy the rest of the night. Well, see a couple nice pieces. Looking good. Well, there you go. Last run of the season. Interested to see what we got out of this. I think for the most part, it's the mid towards the bottom. I don't think we hit the bottom at all. This in here is a little too steep. And I'm only allowed a certain square footage of disturbance. So, just gotta take what you can get, I guess. This still should prove a run of gold through this area. Like I said, from the mid sections, you get a good idea of a basic value through this section. I'm sure the bottom's going to be 10 times better. It always is. But that comes with mining later. We're going to go from the back side and come this way. So then you can get it all. No point disturbing the land and not getting the gold. Yeah, last run of the season. It was a hard one too. Hiking that pump up and down wasn't fun. Yeah, I got everything packed up top here. Just got to clean this high banker out and concentrate down to the creek and pan it out and see what our last sample of the year is telling us. Hopefully it's got something good to say. Well, there you go. Last cleanup of the season. Last pan in the old creek that I've done thousands of pans in. Yeah. Yeah, lots of nice black heavies. Well, it's looking like a nice little sample. Probably maybe close to a yard of material. Not from the bottom at all either. It's looking pretty good. You can see why the old timers were in there. Well, here's what we managed to pull out of the ground in this year's samples. Not bad. Covered our fuel costs. Even made a little bit extra. Pretty good for under 20 yards of sampling. So a little hectic of a year, but proper sampling project is going to pay off in the end. Yeah, we'll be back for more of this next season. Well, that's the end of this season. Did our last cleanup on our last sample site. It's proven for some pretty nice golds. But we cleaned up the site, cleaned up camp. Everything's winterized and ready to go. Now we just gotta get on out of here, see if we can get this truck started. It won't start or went. And got it parked up on a hill there. We're just going to do the old bomb start. Hopefully we can get that truck running. Oh, the beast lives. Now just one more thing. Get up that hill. Oh, I hope you're ready. It's a hill or bust, Brutus. There you go, we made her, Brutus. Say goodbye to the claim.
He's a man of the backcountry wild. He's a man with a backcountry style. Searching for treasure yet untold. Up and down the creeks for his gold. And it's mine or bust. Mine or bust. Mine or bust. Because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does. Just like the gold rushers of old, who live and died for their gold. With picks, packs, shovels, rifles in hand, up and down the creeks in the backcountry land. It's mine or bust, mine or bust, mine or bust, because it's in his blood and that's what a miner does.
Love it.